Wow. You know, I can't believe this, folks. Well, actually, I can, you know. There's a birthday party I'm going to go to. We wanted to have the birthday party last Sunday, which was the Labor Day weekend, you know, right in the middle. Which would have been good, but they were like, oh, no, well, some people can't make it that weekend, so we'll make it the next weekend, the 10th. Change Sundays. Well, this would have been a nice outdoor party, like a barbecue, the whole shebang. But instead, we got a damn hurricane to contend with! Oh, making this rant video on a rainy day. We're in front of a house we're going to, my girlfriend and I, because we're supposed to be going to a birthday party today, and I'm just going to add a little bit here to this. September the 3rd would have been better for us. I mean, it's a Labor Day weekend. It's right in the middle of the Labor Day weekend, you know, but they scheduled it for the 3rd and called it back and said, well, everybody, we're going to change it to the 10th. You know, anyway, the 3rd turned out to be a beautiful, gorgeous Labor Day weekend, right? Beautiful Sunday. Today, it's been nothing but nonstop, heavy downpours, and so this is not going to be an outdoor affair, okay? It's going to be an indoor party. Why am I talking about all this before I tell you the core of the video? Just to add it up, you know, more stuff. And we had to go someplace that's almost 2 hours away from here. It's a situation where I was at my apartment and I had to drive about an hour away to do something this morning, and then this party is coming back towards home. Pass home, another hour in the other direction. So you're talking about a lot of driving, and fit to be tied, as they say. And anyway, so we were a little bit away, and we were a little bit away, and just a little early here from getting to our destination. We don't want to come in too early, so we stopped at Starbucks, and my girlfriend wanted to get some tea. So she goes into Starbucks. Everything's fine so far, right? Goes into Starbucks, and there's this little girl, I mean, I don't know, 18, 19, 20 maybe, I don't know. She's very young. And my girlfriend's standing there waiting for her to wait on her, and she's busy talking to her friend. First step, you know. Finally, after a while, she comes up, oh, can I help you? Anyway, she orders the tea. And then when she finally gets the tea, I notice it's this tremendously big cup. And I'm thinking, that can't be right. And she says, excuse me, I didn't order this. This is huge. I said small. And she said, well, I thought you said something else. And she said, well, you started with me first or something. The girl was getting like, you know, you got upset with me first, you know. And she starts like arguing with my girlfriend. This is the thing that got me going. Because, you know, you don't do that. You know, even if a customer is a jerk, which she wasn't being, you know. But even if you are, you have to go along. I mean, I've been in business. My girlfriend has been in retail. You got to go along with it. So I'm over there going, oh, the customer's always right, I said to the girl. And she kind of ignored me for a while. And she said, well, do you want a refund on the extra tea? I'll get you smaller tea. Yeah, okay. So she starts doing it. Then she remembers what I said. And she looks at me and she says, by the way, the customer is not always right. And I said, but you're supposed to treat them as if they're right. You know, that's the thing they don't understand. The thing they don't understand is, you know, it's not a matter of course, the girl's correct. Sometimes the customer's dead wrong. That's not the case here. But even when it is, you're supposed to treat them like they're right. Customer's always right. So I couldn't help going on a grandstand attack at that time, and I just said to her, I said, boy, you know, I called her, you little punk. I said, to make sure there's nobody like around. I said, you little punk. I said, you know what? I said, I'm a proud boomer. I said, that's what it used to be like. Customer's always right. Now I'm getting a little sidetracked here, because all of a sudden, as we're in front of the house, all the other guests are arriving, so I'm kind of getting distracted here. Otherwise, this would have been a lot more of a whopper, let me tell you. But anyway, yeah. So remember, you kids, go back to the old values, the old way. You always say, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Yeah. And even if a customer is saying, you know, I just saw 3 pink elephants with 7 heads and 17 eyes, you go, yep, you're right. You say that. That's just business. Rant over for today. And I always remind you, don't sweat the small stuff.